This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story, new details on the man who was shot and killed at a South Sarasota home early this morning.
Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say around 2:30 this morning, a man was shot inside a home on Rita Street near Vamo Drive. ABC7's Adam Cellini is joining us live from the scene with the latest on this case. Adam.
Scott and Haley, thank you. Behind me, you can see the home. Sheriff's deputies still out here in full force. Actually, the medical examiners just left a few minutes ago with the body. That's almost 14 hours since this incident occurred around 2:30 this morning. So it's been a long day for sheriff's deputies out here, a long day for the neighbors who had to be in the area. That door has been open all day because the body was in the doorway. It wasn't sticking out of the home, but you could see, kind of a leg out there and stuff. So very disturbing for a lot of the locals here who say this is an otherwise very quiet neighborhood. Now, we don't have many details from the sheriff's office yet about the name of that victim or age or anything like that, but we are told by locals that it was a man by the name of James Sasser who lived at this home with a roommate. Sasser was a bartender at a place nearby close to Gulfgate Drive, and it's a bar where dozens were found today mourning and crying with one another over his alleged death. Now, we're told Sasser was the father of a young girl who likely did not live in the home with him, and the remainder of his family now lives in North Carolina. He was apparently not a very confrontational person, and those who say they knew him are still struggling to make sense of his sudden death. We spoke with a coworker. Here's what she had to say.
I still think it's a joke. Sorry. Like I said, it took a while to set in and everything, and the fact that we're all kind of just in there mourning together, it's really beautiful to see how much support he has, but at the same time, it's an absolute tragedy, the fact that he's been taken so suddenly for no reason.
Now, those people had heard from other friends and the owner of the bar who said they heard from family. We still have not received confirmation from the sheriff's office on that name. That's just the latest that we've heard around here, but we were in the bar earlier today. A lot of emotions, a lot of crying. We're going to try and bring you more details later on in the 6 o'clock show. For now, live in South Sarasota County, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Adam. A Bradenton teenage girl is recovering tonight after being attacked while walking to her school bus stop. It happened around 6 o'clock this morning near 20th Street East and 50th Avenue Drive East in Bradenton. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies say a 16-year-old girl was on her way to the bus stop when an unknown man grabbed her. The man allegedly pushed the teen into a nearby grassy area and told her to take off her pants. He also tried to remove her shirt. The girl says she fought for her life.
I was really scared. I was afraid I was going to die. He eventually had me in a headlock, and he tried to tell me to take my clothes off, and he tried to take my shirt off. But the way I was sitting on the ground, he couldn't get it off. And a car eventually pulled around the corner, and I guess he got scared, so he ran off and he grabbed my phone.
Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are still looking for the suspect. He's believed to be a Hispanic male, about 25 years old, 5'7" and thin. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. The Manatee County School District is taking steps to inform parents and keep students safe following that bus stop attack. The school district sent an electronic message to all parents alerting them about the incident. The school district says it, along with the sheriff's office, plans to increase its presence in the area and check the lighting near the bus stops. The district is also reminding all students to be vigilant and aware of their surroundings.
Tonight, the Manatee County School Board may vote to allow a charter school to open a middle school. The Rowlett Academy for Arts and Communication wants to expand and open that middle school. The school district is recommending the school board approve the application. If it's approved, middle school students could start enrolling at the charter school starting next fall. The academy has been looking at property to build the school on and is considering renovating schools that have closed, including Orange Ridge Bullock Elementary.
A popular restaurant in Venice remains closed a week and a half after Hurricane Hermine. The storm caused water from the Myakka River to flood the Snookhaven parking lot. As the owners work to make repairs, the county is working on adding a kayak and canoe launch. And a few miles away, the county is also moving forward with transforming Senator Bob Johnson's landing into a park. ABC7's Christopher Brantley has the details.
Snook Haven is still drying out from weeks of heavy rain. Right now, the park and the restaurant are closed as Sarasota County does some major improvements.
They're also shoring up some of the shoreline, putting in some new vegetation, kind of to help with the erosion of the parking lot.
During heavy storms like Hurricane Hermine, the Myakka River rises into the Snook Haven parking lot. The flooding stayed around long enough, the restaurant had to cancel their big Labor Day party.
That was more of a just general safety. We didn't want people coming out and, trying to take their car somewhere they shouldn't, trying to walk somewhere they shouldn't.
While the restaurant is owned by Justin Pachota and his family, the property and adjoining park is owned by Sarasota County, who happens to be in charge of the new dock and canoe and kayak launch. Just down the river is what will soon be the Bob Johnson Landing, another canoe and kayak launch.
That is going to offer picnic opportunities as well as launching opportunities.
As well as a new bathroom facility. Rob Ledoux, who works in parks planning, says this is all a part of an effort to increase ecotourism.
Sarasota County does want to encourage ecotourism, and I think this is an excellent opportunity for the city of Northport as well as the city of Venice as part of that. The park is conveniently located between those two municipalities.
Back at Snook Haven, there's one more major improvement, the construction of a whole new boat dock.
It's the old Decker property. It's a house with a boat ramp that they're going to renovate to make it so that it's very usable for the public.
As for the reopening out here at Snook Haven, because there's no official date set yet, Justin Pachota says they will continue to update everyone on their Facebook page. Reporting from Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
The improvement project at Snook Haven is expected to be complete by the end of the month. Construction at Senator Bob Johnson's Landing is set to begin in early 2017.
Of course, much of that rain came from Hermine.
Right.
And now the east coast of Florida is dealing with a tropical system, bringing a lot of rain over there. We have the latest on that now from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, we talked about it with Hermine. We were on the dirty side, if you will. The center of the system appears to be just to the north of Orlando, and you can see to the east or the right side is where all the deep convection is. To the west, there's not much going on at all, although we will start to see maybe more thunderstorm activity developing in the Gulf if this is to develop into a tropical storm. Now, right now, there's a 40% chance of it developing over the next 2 days. That's up from 10% just yesterday. If it moves over the water here, it's very close to the coast. It's hugging the coastline along the east coast. Right now, the center appears to be over land and some deep convection firing up to the north of it. You can see some of that moisture, though, being drawn up from the south. And that's what we're in for. So numerous showers and storms. If this thing gets going, we'll see a little bit more banding features moving through our area, bringing with it the possibility of some heavy rainfall and the potential for some flooding. We'll have the details on that and take a look at the rest of the week's forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. We now have a better idea of what Westfield Southgate Mall in Sarasota will look like once renovations are complete. Mall management sent us these renderings from the ongoing project. It shows a redesigned entrance with a brick entryway, palm trees, Connors Steak and Seafood with some outdoor seating. Connors and a Bravo Italiana restaurant are currently being built at the northwest corner of the complex. The mall is also in talks with several other restaurant groups, but those contracts have not been finalized. The restaurants out front should be open next summer. And that will be nice. It's sad to see all the vacancies in that mall. It's disappointing. So, I mean, it's great that the Cinebistro came in, but, we want to get more activity.
It's still in transition.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Well, ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. Look at the day of Wall Street, and apparently volatility has returned to Wall Street with a capital V, Richard.
Scott, you got it exactly right. If you recall back last Friday, and that seems a long time ago, but the Dow was down by almost 400 points, only to turn around yesterday and be up by 240 points. So what did we do today? Well, we lost that 240 and a few more. The low of the day was minus 297 points. So why suddenly all the volatility? Well, blame it on the Fed. I know we talked about it yesterday, but we're going to be talking about it for the next week. The Fed is meeting next Tuesday and Wednesday. They will make a decision on whether to leave interest rates unchanged or perhaps raise them by 1/4 of a point. We won't know that answer for a week, but when the market is up, people think there will be unchanged. When the market's down, they think just the opposite. So let's see what we thought today. Not very pretty. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, there you see it, down more than 258 points, 1.4%, closing at 18,066.75 on volume of 708 million shares. The Nasdaq, actually the best performer of the day, down 1.1%, more than 56 points, closing at 5,155.26. That on volume of 1,636 million shares. And the S&P, the worst performer, down almost 1.5%, down 32 points at 2,127.02. Weight Watchers, their goal is to help their members lose weight, and they do a pretty good job of it. What they don't do a pretty good job of is keeping their stock price in place. Believe it or not, shares of Weight Watchers were down 55% year to date before today. The stock dropped another 6+% today. And the reason for it, the CEO has been shown the door after just 3 years. That picture of Oprah might remind you that she owns 15% of Weight Watchers all by herself. She invested more than $40 million of her own money. And no surprise, guess who's going to be on the committee to decide who replaces the new CEO? If you said Oprah Winfrey, give yourself a prize. You're exactly right.
And if you've seen photos of her lately, she's looking great.
Yeah.
She said it's helped a lot. And now, Richard, good news for Apple even on this down day in the market.
Yeah, there are very few stocks that did well today, but Apple was one of them, up over $108, up another 2% today after being up 2% yesterday. The reason for it, very positive comments about the iPhone 7 by no less than the Wall Street Journal.
A lot of pre-orders, too.
That's right.
All right, Richard, thank you.
You're welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, more fallout over North Carolina's controversial bathroom law, the latest group to pull its business from the state.
And ABC7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, later in Health Smart, a good reason to check your kids' medicine dosage at least twice.
Temperatures on the Suncoast are rising and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $17,999. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get ready, college football fans. When you buy a $5 or more Fantasy 5 ticket and enter your team's drawing, you could win great prizes like team merchandise, tickets to your team's games, and other bowl game experiences. You could even win a championship weekend prize pack in Tampa or $10,000 cash. Fantasy 5 from the Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Seymour smiles.
Seymour quality selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade.
Seymour Savings.
It's the Buick 2016 model year sale down. Now get 20% below MSRP on select Encore models in stock. That's nearly $5,000 below MSRP on the 2016 Buick Encore.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
North Carolina is taking another economic hit just 8 weeks after the NBA pulled next year's All-Star game over their bathroom law. Now the NCAA is moving all its championship events out of the state for the upcoming 2016-17 season. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the details.
The fallout continuing in North Carolina, where a controversial bathroom gender law, also known as HB2, is now prompting the NCAA to confirm they are out.
The immediate impact is going to be about $17 million.
The financial impact statewide, still unclear, but the NCAA's move just cost the state 7 championship events next year, including the early round March Madness games. The NCAA explaining in a statement, NCAA championships and events must promote an inclusive atmosphere. Current North Carolina state laws make it challenging to guarantee that host communities can help deliver on that commitment.
Protection and safety and security of women and girls in North Carolina is our utmost importance, and that's what we still believe.
Every single person or entity that has left the state has made it clear that they have left the state over one thing: the worst anti-LGBT law in the nation.
The North Carolina law bans people from using the restroom of the gender they identify with. Supporters of the law maintaining it's about safety, and opponents calling it discrimination against the LGBTQ community. In July, because of the law, the NBA pulled next year's All-Star games out of Charlotte. And now this announcement has Duke basketball coach Mike Krzyzewski speaking out on CNBC.
Our image is being tarnished, and it's embarrassing.
And now we are learning some lawmakers in North Carolina are calling for a special session to try to repeal the bill. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
All right, Haley is just back from a trip to Chicago where she was telling us the temperatures were perfect.
Perfect, yeah. No humidity, like 70s, sunny. I wish I could have brought some of that down here, you know.
Looking forward to that in about 3
We'll
months.
have that soon, yeah. They will be dealing with snow, and we'll have that.
Right,
So,
we can enjoy that. Right now, though, it's hot out there. We're still dealing with tropical systems. We have another one that could develop. Luckily, it's over land right now, and we've been fairly lucky so far across the southeast, and for that matter. Casey Key webcam showing some clouds around. The clouds are coming in from the Gulf of Mexico now. You can see the storm clouds at times out there as a result of some moisture being pulled up by this tropical low, which is now moving along the east coast of Florida. And you can see some of the rainfall has been heavy at times with some wind, wind up to 30, 40 miles an hour right there. You see those wind reports just to the east of Orlando. The center appears to be over land right now, just over land, as it works its way to the north and eventually to the north-northwest. Right now, that heavy weather continues to move through Titusville, also out near Cape Canaveral and to the southeast of Kissimmee. Showers and storms are starting to gather here in the Gulf. And notice, I wanted to drop a little bit further south here and show you this moisture that is continuing to develop here. So this is what we're in for. As long as that area of low pressure continues to hang fairly close to Florida, it's going to draw south to southwesterly winds into it from our area. And that means additional moisture around. Although the storms have not been that prevalent today, they will be tomorrow. Arcadia, though, inland areas, this one pretty heavy, moving off to the north. And showers starting to develop here in the Gulf of Mexico, although they haven't had much luck in making their way all the way inland. We did have a few showers earlier right there just along I-75. But rainfall really hasn't been all that impressive as far as totals go so far. 86 degrees, and that's with that west to southwest wind. The water temperature now at 88 degrees, so it makes it feel a little bit cooler with that southwesterly wind. The pressure 2998, and that has been falling slightly throughout the day. The forecast does call for showers and storms around tomorrow. Temperatures warming into the upper 80s, right around 88 degrees, the expected high. Winds will be, as I mentioned, out of the south and southwest throughout the day on Wednesday, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour at times, maybe some gusts up to 20, but the stronger winds will be right around this area of low pressure. You can see the spin quite clearly on this satellite and radar imagery. There it is, right there, spinning just now over Daytona Beach and close to the coast. Although the Hurricane Center has it over land, it appears that it's trying to form just to the east of Daytona Beach. Top winds are at 35 miles an hour, and it's moving to the northwest at 14. The pressure at 1,011 millibars. And here's the forecast path and track. Look at this. Looks pretty interesting, doesn't it? Some take it off to the west, some take it off to the east. Some have it coming back toward Florida in about 4 or 5 days from now. So it bears watching. It's not going to move much. It's going to be close enough to us to bring us that south to southwest wind flow, which should not be a big factor as far as winds go. And this is Ian. Ian's out there in the Atlantic dancing around. It appears that it's not going to do much. It's just going to head off into the open waters of the Atlantic and eventually move off to the northeast. But for us, a lot of tropical moisture coming up from the Caribbean as well as Cuba, and that will give us a good chance for showers and storms. Seas will be running 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out there. East winds basically turning to the south at 5 to 10, and the water temperature now 87 degrees. The UV index will be moderate, and the tides upcoming. High tide at 12:07. Sunset will be at 7:37. Sunrise at 7:15. Some scattered storms developing late tonight. Rain chance fairly high for overnight showers. 76 for your low. Heavy rain possible tomorrow. 60% chance for rain. Otherwise variable clouds. And the extended forecast does call for a good chance for showers and storms through Friday in the afternoon and evening. Let's hope it doesn't spoil football Friday night. And then a 40% chance comes Saturday and Sunday. Back to you.
Okay, Bob, thank you. And Suncoast Traffic Watch. No crashes in the area right now, but you are seeing some traffic backed up in the northbound lanes of US 41 right near Fruitville Road in downtown Sarasota. Also Fruitville, also slow going in some portions as well. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, during the first 3 months after a stroke, survivors are about 8 times more likely to experience depression. That's according to a large Danish study. Researchers analyzed data on a large group of stroke patients and compared them to similar people who didn't have a stroke. Within 2 years after a stroke, 25% of patients had a diagnosis of depression, with more than half of those diagnoses coming within the first 3 months. By comparison, slightly less than 8% of those people who didn't have a stroke had a depression diagnosis during the study. A new study published in the journal Pediatrics reveals that parents may be giving their kids the wrong dose of medicine more often than they realize. Researchers tested the dosing skills of more than 2,100 parents of young children. They were asked to measure out medicine in either milliliters or teaspoons, either using a dosing cup or a dosing syringe. More than 4 out of 5 of the parents made at least one dosing error, and 1 in 5 made a large dosing error, meaning they were off by more than 20%. Here is a great story. There are a lot of yoga studios on the Suncoast, but this class in Oregon comes with a little twist. A farm there is setting the internet on fire with goat yoga. The class is at a farm in Albany. The participants do the classic yoga moves with goats just hanging out nearby. And after just a month in operation, the idea is a hit, already a waiting list of 500 people. And now the possibility of a covered arena so that yogis can say namaste year-round. Very interesting. Coming up, a close call in the water off of California's coast. What a spear fisherman did when he was hit by a great white. And a man in China spends 2 years traveling across the country, all on 2 wheels. The message he's trying to spread next.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
The official salon of ABC7. Cutting Loose Salon.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
You only have one life.
Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
The driver of a stolen semi-truck leads police on an hours-long high-speed chase through Southern California. The incident began at around 1:30 this afternoon, our time, in Apple Valley, where the driver failed to yield. The truck took off on a nearby freeway and reached speeds up to 70 miles an hour. The driver telling police he was not armed and that he didn't want to go back to jail. Well, 3 hours after that pursuit began, the driver finally drove into a rest area, gave up, and was arrested. A close call for one college student off the coast of California. Tyler McQuillan was spearfishing with friends when he came face to face with a 12-foot great white shark. Video from his GoPro shows the shark snatching the 22-year-old's flipper off, forcing him to drop his spear gun. He did manage to pick it back up and poke the shark with it to get it away. And the stun must have taken that shark by surprise because it did end up swimming away.
The second time when he came around, when he was coming at me, I definitely thought I was finished right there.
The entire ordeal lasted for at least 3 minutes. As for McQuillan, he suffered 2 broken toes, but says he's really extremely lucky.
A Chinese man has set off on a spectacular journey to prove that there is nothing disabled people cannot do. The 29-year-old Quan Peng of China is attempting to travel all across the country, all 3,500 miles of it by wheelchair. The paraplegic man set off on his journey in August of 2014 and has since visited 43 cities, sleeping only in a tent or his wheelchair. He says he wants people with physical challenges to be treated just like everyone else. Peng hopes to wrap up the trip in the next 6 months. Very impressive, and I'm sure he has some great arm muscles after all that. Well, perhaps the most exciting action during an NFL game last night came from a trespassing fan.
Hey, somebody has run out on the field. Some goofball in a hat and a red shirt. Now he takes off the shirt. He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Now he runs the opposite way.
Coaches not impressed, but the announcer, Kevin Harlan's commentary, just keeps going with the man running down the field. The fan interrupted the 4th quarter of the game between the Rams and 49ers in Santa Clara, California, which was pretty much a blowout. The Rams trailing 21-0. So after this exciting little break, the Niners went on to beat the Rams 28-zip.
The guy's really lucky that one of the players
didn't tackle him,
didn't take him down. That would have hurt.
Oh yeah, with all that, he has no padding on and they have all their helmet. Oh boy, that would have been a rough one. Yeah. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, looking way into the future, what Manatee County is doing now to prepare for the population boom in the year 2030.
And a Sarasota theater makes some sound system upgrades to make their shows more enjoyable for all patrons.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, I have an important message. You may be entitled to receive disability benefits through Social Security. You'll be matched up with an advocate who will evaluate your situation, handle your application, deal with Social Security for you, and handle all appeals and hearings. Best of all, there are no upfront fees, so you pay nothing until you receive your benefits. Call the Citizens Disability Helpline today for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good.
Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ for only $299 per month, or a 2016 Lincoln MKX, Lincoln's premium sports utility vehicle, for $339 per month. We also have a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Drive with the confidence of a 6-year, 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty and complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, family-owned and operated, and winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota Bradenton Airport on US 41.